Sagittarius, welcome to the channel today. This is your February reading for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Sagittarius, I hope you're having the best day possible today. Let's get your cards shuffled, laid out, and get into your reading. All right. Sagittarius, when I was doing your pre-shuffle and focusing on and preparing for your reading today, I was getting this strong message for one of you or some of you about a powerful new beginning. And that it was going to take some courage to manifest that new beginning, but it was definitely possible, definitely going to happen. So let's see what messages come through for you for February, Sagittarius. All right, what can we tell Sagittarius for their February, please? Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. All right, Sagittarius, bottom of the deck, you've got the Hangman. This is your general energy for this reading. The Hangman is really about surrendering, taking some time out to get a whole new perspective on something. Let's see how this plays out for the remainder of your reading. All right, Sagittarius, what is currently going on with you? What energy are you sitting in? Looks like you're focusing on some really fond memories, something from the past. You pulled the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is nostalgia. Like I said, it's fondly remembering something of the past or potentially someone from the past coming back. So you're sitting in an energy of really relishing in something that really was a positive memory from the past. Let's see, for February, what's your challenge, Sagittarius? For your challenge, you pulled the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is an energy of focusing on a loss, focusing on potentially regret, grief, sorrow. The thing about this Five of Cups is, if you look at it, there are 3 spilled cups and 2 cups behind him. And the 2 cups behind him are really emotional opportunities for happiness, emotional opportunities for fulfillment. But he's so focused on these 3 cups that represent regret or loss or grief or sorrow that he can't even, or isn't aware that there's opportunities for him if he could just turn around and see the opportunities behind him or ahead for him for emotional fulfillment. So it's feeling like your challenge for February is going to be able to find the strength, find the determination and the will to really turn around and see the opportunities for emotional happiness that are ahead for you. You know, and that really relates to your underlying energy here. I'm getting that, you know, really it's going to probably take surrendering to the process, take some time out to get a new perspective. And once you're able to get a new perspective, you'll be able to turn yourself around here and see those 2 cups of happiness, emotional fulfillment that could be available to you. Let's see, Sagittarius, what's your underlying motivation? What is it that you really desire? What's really driving you? You pulled the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is an energy of being really busy, a bit energy of really trying to balance multiple things. So I'm getting that you've got a lot going on and you're being driven, trying to find a balance with everything that you've got going on in your life. And that's what's motivating you, moving you forward, trying to get a handle on things. Let's see. Let's take a look at your recent past, Sagittarius. For your recent past, you pulled the Seven of Pentacles. Now, this is you in the recent past really evaluating something that you've invested a lot in. Maybe you invested a lot of your time. Maybe you invested financially. Maybe you invested your heart. And you're really trying to figure out, is this really going to pay off? Is the juice worth the squeeze? You know, is the harvest going to come in for you? Are you going to see results? So in the recent past, you were really digging deep to trying to figure out whether you should continue or not, if it's worth continuing with whatever this is. Let's see, Sagittarius, what's on the top of your mind? What are you thinking about? You pulled the Emperor. The Emperor is an energy of control, an energy of authority, an energy of power. This also could be a representation of a male figure, a father figure, could be a boss, could be, I'm getting for one of you specifically that this sadness of this Five of Cups, this loss, this focusing on regret, possibly grief, maybe related to a father figure or a grandfather or someone that has passed on. And you're sitting in an energy right now of fond memories of the past, childhood past, nostalgia. And I think this is related to this father figure that may have already passed on potentially, and that's what's at the top of your mind for some of you. Let's see, Sagittarius, what's coming towards you in the near future? You pulled the Knight of Pentacles. Now, the Knight of Pentacles, this is an energy of you focusing on your long-term objectives, your long-term goal. Could be a project, could be a financial investment, could be focusing on your good health for the long term. Not seeing a lot of cups here, so I'm not getting that this is specific to a relationship, but this is really more about long-term, tangible, practical goals that you're trying to, or a specific goal that you're trying to achieve over the long term. Let's see, Sagittarius, what's your likely approach to this energy that's coming towards you of really crossing your T's and dotting your I's and doing what it takes to focus and achieve that long-term goal? You pulled the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is an energy of a fresh, new motivation, a spark of creativity, a spark of passion. So whatever this is that you're trying to achieve for the long term, you're really going to approach it with a great deal of determination and motivation and even possibly creativity to achieve that goal. Let's see, what's going on in your external environment? What are some possible external influences in your environment that you may not be currently aware of? You pulled the Four of Pentacles. All right, Sagittarius, the Four of Pentacles is really about holding on to and protecting what it is that you value. You know, something tangible. It could be a person or people that you value. It could be resources. It could be your health. It could be financial. The caution though with this is to hold on to what you value, but don't be miserly. Don't hold on too tightly. So this is an energy that's in your environment, that's external to you. Potentially there could be someone that's really focused on to holding on to something, or there could be an opportunity in your environment to really tap into the ability to really stabilize and hold on to and protect what you value, be it a person, be it finances, be it your good health. That's an energy that you're going to be able to, or that's around you that you can tap into to find the best way to hold on to what you and protect what you value and what you cherish. Let's see. Sagittarius, what's Spirit's advice? For that, you pull the Hierophant. The Hierophant is an energy of commitment. It's also an energy of seeking guidance, receiving a blessing. The Hierophant is really a connection between the heavens and earth. I'm getting that Spirit is advising you to really remain committed to this determination that you have. You know, you're going to be getting the motivation. You're going to have the motivation and the desire and the determination, your approach to achieve this outcome, this goal for the long term. And the advice from Spirit is remain committed. Remain committed to this. Let's see, Sagittarius, what's your potential outcome if you maintain your likely approach of really being motivated and remain interested and maybe even have some creative approach to this achievement of this goal that you set for yourself for the long term? Your likely outcome in that case is the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is really being spoiled for choices. If you look at these cups, there's multiple options. Not all of them are the best. So you're going to need to really use your discernment to make the best choices for the best for your life. So you have the motivation. You have the long-term view of this outcome, of this project, of this opportunity, of this goal, this tangible goal. You have the long-term view on that. But your potential outcome is you're also going to be faced with, as a result of that, multiple other opportunities. And only some of them are really going to be what's really going to fulfill you emotionally. So you have to use a great deal of discernment when you're in that position and you're faced with all these choices to make sure you make the best choice for the best of your life. Let's see, Sagittarius, what's the potential outcome if you follow Spirit's advice and remain committed to achieving this long-term goal, this tangible goal? Your potential outcome in that case is the Lover's card. Lover's card, it represents an ordained choice, really choosing what's really aligned with the best for your life, making the best choice possible. And if you see this angel here above, the angel is really blessing the choice that's being made and approving that this is the best for your life. So if you remain committed to achieving this long-term objective, this tangible, could be a financial objective, could be regarding your health, could be a relationship. If you remain committed to achieving whatever this is, your potential outcome is that you're really going to be aligned with making the best possible choice. So when you're faced with all these other choices, it's looking like, if you remain committed to your long-term goal, you're going to make the best choice, the right choice that's the best and most aligned for your life. I like this for you, Sagittarius. Let's get you a couple of oracle messages before we wrap up your reading today. See what other messages we can get you, Sagittarius, for your February. Let's see, what else can we tell Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for their February, please? What other messages do we have for Sagittarius today? Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, please. Oh, that one wanted to jump out. You pulled Enlightenment. The Enlightenment card represents whole new expanded awareness, your expanded awareness, which really ties into your underlying energy at the bottom of the deck of The Hangman. The Hangman surrenders to and submits to taking some time out to gain a whole new perspective, enlightenment, expanded awareness. So this is tracking with your underlying energy. Let's get you an additional message before we wrap up your reading today, Sagittarius. Let's see, what final message can we tell Sagittarius? Do you please? Sun, moon, and rising for their highest good. Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising, please. One last message. Let's see. This one. So it looks like, Sagittarius, you're going to achieve this long-term goal. You pulled success. Congratulations. All right, Sagittarius, thank you so much for stopping by the channel today. I appreciate you, and we'll see you again next month.